pressure. Because I could already tell she's a super sensitive horse by nature. I mean, if I lift her up and I just bring up my energy a little bit, she starts following me. So she's super sensitive. See, if she put her nose towards me and I didn't want it, I just wiggle this a lot. I don't have to smack her, I don't have to hit her. I just say, I need your nose over there. So I just wiggle it until she makes the right decision, I take it away, and she'll start to understand. And if I go forward, I bring up the energy in my body. If she doesn't come along, then I'm going to create some commotion back here. I don't have to smack the horse. I might tap the ground, but if I do, I'm going to tap it light. I'm going to start light. I'm going to tap it lightly and say, I need you to start following me. And then I'm going to start adding more pressure if she's not understanding. Yeah. And so I ended up tapping her, but I waited because I want my first phase to be bringing up my energy. If she doesn't respond, I'm going to tap the ground a couple times, 2 or 3 times, and then I'm going to tap her, but not hard, until she does it, and then I take the pressure off. And so since it was still heavy, I'm going to ask again. I'm going to bring up the energy in my body. I'm going to tap the ground. There. So she responded just a little bit quicker that time. Not a lot, but we're looking for baby steps of improvement. We're not looking for her to be perfect right away. I'm going to bring up my energy and take a deep breath in. I'm going to tap the ground. And then I'm going to tap her. So she hasn't quite got it yet. This is something new. So I don't expect her to understand right away. So I'm going to take a deep breath in, bring up my energy, tap the ground. That time it took 1 time. That was better. So I'm just looking for improvement. When I get improvement, I take the pressure off for a minute and I just walk her around for a minute. So she gets to feel the satisfaction of doing a little bit better. I'm always looking for moments when I can reward the horse. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to bring up the energy in my body by taking a deep breath. I'm going to tap the ground behind her. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to tap her. Now I'm going to repeat. Bring up the energy in my body. Got it a lot lighter that time. So I'm going to stop for a moment and reward her and let her feel successful. It's going to take some repetition for her to understand this. But if I always use my steps in a sequence like that, she's going to start seeing the pattern, and pretty soon all I got to do is take a deep breath in and she's going to follow me. But I have to use consistency and I have to reward. Every time she does the right thing, I have to take the pressure off momentarily so she understands that what she just did was the right thing.
So with her, actually, usually she's leading me. It's not like when we're sitting here, is usually she's ahead of me. So I just keep tapping the end of the carrot stick like this to keep her out of my space.
You're tapping her or the
ground?
ground?
No, you in front of her. I'm walking like this.
Yeah. Yeah. So my energy came up in my body first. I always use my energy first. It's the only way to get to lightness. So now I'm going to ask for forward again. Much better. Much better. So I'm going to reward. She's licking her lips. She's feeling a lot better about things. But if I always use that same sequence, it's going to get better and better and lighter every time until it's not an issue. And that doesn't mean that every time you go to pull your horse out, your horse is going to be perfect. I mean, Troubadour wasn't perfect when I pulled him out today. You know, but it doesn't take you long to get him there, as long as you use consistency. So I'm going to try that one more time. Now, look at, all I had to do was take a breath in and she came. That was nice. And if I want back up, so I bring up my energy, I lean backwards a little bit, If that doesn't work, I'd start wiggling my stick. And when she responds, I take the pressure off so she understands that it's right. They have to have a release of pressure after they do the right thing in order for them to understand that that was the right thing to do. And just the same, if we take the pressure off at the wrong time, we're going to teach them the wrong things. So if I'm trying to get her to go and I get all scrambled and I take the pressure off accidentally, she's going to think she did the right thing. So now I'm going to bring up my energy, lean back, start my tool. See, she's doing it, so my tool stopped. If she's backing up, I'm not going to keep swinging my tool, because that's not going to make sense. She's following my body right now, so I need to take all the other pressure off. And that's the only way they're going to learn. It's in the notes. The release of pressure is what teaches the horse. We have to be good at taking the pressure off the very moment that they respond appropriately. If you don't get anything else out of today, that's huge. That is so important. To see her blinking now, her head's lower, she's thinking, she's understanding what I'm telling her. And so she's processing that information right now. Now she's licking her lips. When they lick their lips, they just go, got it. They just went through processing that information. So I give them that time to process. You know, I told you, when I'm at home and I'm working with Troubadour and we're out, you know, doing Liberty stuff, and, you know, he might jump a couple barrels and then he comes to me and I give him a treat and we just hang out for 5 or 10 minutes. I want him to feel like that was the best thing in the world he could have ever done. And because I do that every time, look at what I get when I'm out there. And we could get that with every one of these horses. It just takes knowledge and education and time and perseverance, and but we can get that.
Yeah, I know. She's gonna be disappeared here in a second.
So does that kind of help you with the backing up there?
Now
She
you
always
have to
was good
cover
at
them
backing
in.
up. And I never had a problem with her
Okay,
backing up.
so if she's going forward and she's too far in front of you, just like when we were over there, you just put the stick up there and go, that door's closed.
Okay.
Look at that. See, she goes, I ain't going through that. That door's closed. If I back up when I'm doing that. She goes, I'm not getting hit by that. I can go forward and do that. And she'll come, but she ain't about to run into it. Look at that. She goes, I ain't going to run into that. So
when you start her, we won't call it lunging, because that's, I got in trouble the other night. I called it old school, but anyway, when I was growing up, we lunged the horse. That's what we did. So if you're going to start sending them or going in circles, you want to back them up, like just wiggle the rope and get them? Or
it
do you wanna
depends
start
on
them
where they're
forward,
at. A
or-
lot of times I do back them up, but it's not necessary. It's good to have that backup. And then I'm going to bring up the energy in my body. I'm going to point in that direction. I'm going to keep her head away from me. See, I kind of put pressure towards her front right there, and I ask her to go. She's going, I leave her alone. She quit, bring up my energy again, and I ask again. See, as soon as she does, I stop my tools. I relax. I let her know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, she just did the right thing. And I'm leaving her alone because she's doing, now she quit. So I'm going to repeat, and I'm going to ask again. I'm going to put pressure over here to get her nose away. I'm going to point. I got my energy up. I'm going to swing. I'm going to take it off. And we can start building on that, but first I got to have that line of communication. Just that she knows that when I bring up my energy and I point that way, I want her to go that way. And when she does, I immediately stop. Now I'm going to ask again. Bring up my energy. I point my finger, and she's going. Bring up my energy. Point. Now I might do it 3 times. That. Now she got a little bit worried because I put a little extra pressure on her. I'm going to take the pressure off. Because right now I'm just trying to get her to understand, just like the other horse, to maintain gait, maintain direction. As long as she's doing that, I'm going to leave her alone. And eventually she's going to start thinking, what do I got to do to get that lady to leave me alone? Right? But right now I'm leaving her alone. Now she quit. I asked again. I don't get mad.
Over here.
I just asked again.
She's sticking herself a
Because
hole.
we got to
She's
be
gonna
their teacher. We have to be
very here
patient.
shortly.
They don't know. They're the student. They're just looking for information. So I'm leaving her alone right now. I got a leg cocked. I'm just hanging out here. My stick's on the ground. She's doing good, so I'm not going to ask for anything else while she's doing what she's supposed to do. And pretty soon she'll think, I know what's going to happen if I stop, so I'm just not going to stop anymore. But once again, I do it in the same sequence. I bring up my energy, I point, and then I leave her alone. And she's just trying to understand, but it's not going to take her long if I'm consistent. Once I can get her relaxed and confident at the walk, then I'll ask for the trot. But first I want to get the message clear. See, it took less that time. I didn't even have to barely wiggle my stick, and she was gone. So the moment she starts responding, watch how quick I take the pressure off. And so that way she starts getting the message that as soon as she does the right thing, I'm going to take all that pressure off. See that soft snort right there? That tells me she's relaxing a lot. If it's a loud one, really loud, that's a lot of tension that's in them, and they're trying to release it. Now look at that, didn't take much at all, did it? Because I'm being consistent in my asking. That took a lot less that time. But I gotta be quick. I can hear her behind me. If she stops, I'm gonna be ready. And I'm taking all the pressure off. I've got patience. I don't care how long it takes for them to understand. If I'm consistent, it's gonna happen. She goes, was it good enough to come in? But see, I won't ask for a trot yet because she doesn't understand it at the walk yet. So let me get this nice and clear, and then I'd ask for a trot, and then eventually at the canter. So if I wanted to change direction, I'll wait till she comes around again, but I'm going to end up changing the tools in my hand first so that I'm prepared to ask her. So I'm going to change my tools. I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to put pressure towards her nose. And then she goes. And then I take
That
the
looks
pressure
really
off.
easy.
Well, I know. And it does take time. And I take the pressure off.
Because I think originally when they were trying to teach me it, they step in front of the horse and hit the carrot stick at the ground. And you don't do any of that. You just,
Well, she doesn't need that much pressure. She's a very sensitive horse.
okay. Yeah, I like
And if
that.
I do that much pressure, she's going to run around here,
Yeah,
But
right.
she's going to run around here and be reactive
It makes
and
sense.
scared
Yeah.
and worried. And she can't think. Horses cannot think and
Yeah.
learn when they're worried.
That's why I like this Crowley method over Clinton Anderson. Because I don't think with his system, they have those varying degrees of,
Well,
fly
I don't
and-
know enough about his, so I won't comment on
Yeah.
it. And a lot of this, as a lot of this stuff I've developed myself too, because as I was learning and working with different horses, I realized that not the same skills work with each horse, or not the same strategy. I have to have a lot of different strategies because every horse is different. I don't treat every horse the same. I'm treating her different than I treated the other horse. Because I realized right away she's sensitive. And I don't want to blow her up. But she's starting to be able to maintain gait and direction a little bit better. She still stops once in a while, but she's learning that if she just goes, I'll leave her alone. So now I'll back up a little bit. I let the rein slide a little bit, and then I bring it in. And I always want them to feel like a winner. You know, she tried really hard there. I mean, that was hard for her to learn. She just learned a new skill there. And so I always look for moments to reward instead of moments to punish. Where can I reward the horse? I add a little bit pressure when I have to, and then I take it off. And when they show some signs of improvement, I stop them and I reward them. And so they start feeling like a partner, and they start liking to be with you, and they start understanding when they're right and when they're wrong, when things aren't working out. And you know, she's got a very soft expression on her face now. She's feeling better about things because she goes, I'm understanding what's going on. And then they start looking around more, they start feeling better, because when a horse is scared and worried, they can't learn. They can't take in new, it's like us. If we're afraid and then someone tells us they want us to learn something, we can't do it. You know, now go solve a math problem. You can't do it. It's impossible. But that's where I slowly put the pressure on so that it's not too much for him. I want her to understand. I'm going to point her nose that way. I'm going to point out this way. I got my energy up. And that's all it took. She's getting the picture already. And I'm leaving her alone because she's doing the right thing. Horses can learn amazingly fast if we have the right tools and we use consistency. They can learn so. I mean, isn't that surprising how fast she picked that up? So let's try a trot. Bring up my energy. I leave her alone. I took the pressure off. As long as she maintains, okay, she broke it, but I'm going to wait till she breaks gait. Huh? Huh? Is that okay? And I leave her alone. Now, I don't have to look at her as she's going around me because I can hear her hoof print, or her hoof. But see how I just slowly brought up my stick? I didn't even smack the ground with it. I'm not going to smack the ground or smack them. I'm not going to do any of that if I don't have to. Slowly bring it up. If I needed to, I would add more pressure, but I'm only going to add more pressure if I have to. She does seem a little off. I mean, gimpy-wise, so I don't know.
She goes a little bit of bob on the one direction.
Okay.
But she was born with a club foot, and I'm still trying to figure out if it has anything to do with it.
Now I'm going to ask this direction. I got to push the face away. I'm not going to hit her in the face. I'm just going to push her away. Now I'll push the shoulder. There you go. Good. Good. And I leave her alone. Now I was a little late there because I wasn't paying attention to what was going on behind. I should have got her quicker than that. But that's okay. Because the quicker I can let her know she's wrong, the quicker she's going to learn. Oh, you got me again. And a lot of horses want to do that. They want to wait till they're right behind you and break gait.
Yeah.
So, if she does that again, I'll show you what I would do. And what I do is just start adding pressure over there. And it's not, I'm gonna make it uncomfortable to stop behind me. So I'll have my tools ready so that I can be effective. Oh, you know what we didn't hand out is those little notebooks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, Deb. Who's the helper around here?
So I'm not going to ask for like 10 or 20 laps right now because she's learning. If she can maintain it, I'll pick a number in my head like 3 laps. If she can do 3 laps, I'll give her a break. I think that's like 2. Now, since she broke gait before the 3rd one, I have to start counting all over again. So I'm back to 1 lap. And I'm looking for 3. I'm rooting for you, girl. So she broke gate. So we start counting all over again. And believe they can count. They start getting this, and they'll start realizing, I don't want to do that because it's going to cost me a lot of energy. Now she's really starting to think.
Yes, like you made quite the mess there.
So I'm going to touch the ground 3 times to encourage a little bit more out of it. Now she's being a little bit gimpy on this side too. So it's very important when we ask for something to make sure that we get it before we quit. Good girl. She's licking her lips already. She goes, got it. So they learn so fast. And they have so much heart and try. They're just waiting to be understood. That's all. So does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, she's starting to do the touching game. And the other day I was over on that stump that your horse was on, and I was changing out some bits and doing some bridle work. And she came up and she was like maybe a foot away from me, just checking it out. And she stood there for about 10 minutes, just checking it out. And it was like she was trying to see what trying to figure out what I was doing. It was really cool, just hanging out.
Whenever the horse puts 2 ears on you, they're asking you a question, like, what is it you want?
Yeah.
You know, when they look at you and they give you 2 ears, they're like, they're seeking information. And if we can take that and say, thanks for asking, I'd like you to try this, and you have that type of attitude, you'll be surprised at what you'll get out of a horse. Any questions? No?
Done?
That's pretty sweet.
Oh, thank you.